On this episode of the Infowars News, a video says global warming is a crock of crap. Italians are outraged after headmaster scraps Christmas Carol concert, and Saudi Arabia complains about hostility towards refugees. That and a lot more, so stay tuned. For the week of December 7th, 2015, this is the first article today here. This is an article, actually a video by Paul Joseph Watson. The article is titled, Global Warming is a Crock of, poo. The real agenda behind the climate summit. And here is the video, which is now too big enough for me to basically run.
Global leaders are gathering in Paris to save the world from the biggest threat humanity has ever faced, man-made climate change, despite the fact that man-made climate change is a crock of shit and human activity has virtually no impact on heating the planet. The UN is trying to get countries to agree to regulations that would limit temperature increases to 2 degrees Celsius, despite the fact that corrupt, agenda-driven scientists have been caught over and over again faking temperature data to fool everyone into thinking that global warming is real. The actual figures show there's been no global warming since the late 90s. That means that every single one of these global conferences has been a completely pointless waste of time and money. Their only achievement in terms of altering CO2 emissions has been to belch out millions of tons of CO2 emissions. Global warming alarmists have been proven spectacularly wrong time and time again. In 2007 and 2009, scientists said that the Arctic would have ice-free summers by 2013. By the summer of 2015, Arctic sea ice was the thickest it's been in almost 10 years. Antarctic sea ice also hit a record maximum in 2014. NASA now admits that the polar ice caps are not melting. In 2005, the United Nations predicted there would be 50 million climate refugees by 2010. When this woefully inaccurate prediction failed to pass, the UN tried to delete evidence that they'd made it in the first place. In 2003, the Pentagon released a report predicting that by 2013, climate change would flood California with inland seas and that parts of the Netherlands would be unlivable. In 2000, climate change alarmists said that it was...
Okay, you get the idea. You see, they're nothing but a pack of liars. They already know that so they can get people under their control. For anyone who doesn't know what this is about social control. And they're trying to basically control you to say, pay argo money to say there, but the fact is, none of this is even happening to begin with. But onward to the next article here is an article written by, let's see here, the Telegraph. The London Telegraph, to be precise. It's called, Italians outraged after headmaster scraps Christmas Carol concert following Paris attacks. See how it works? It was picked up by Infowars.com, and the article that was written by Alison Philipson in Rome. Article goes on to say that a headmaster has been forced to resign after he scrapped his school's Christmas Carol concert following Paris attacks in a move that sparked outrage across the country. Marco Parma, 63, decided to ban traditional festivals at the Josephine School in Resetto, near Mali, so as not to cause offense to non-Christian pupils. Just say Muslims, my friend. It makes it a whole lot better. but more provoked anger among parents of pupils at the school, rallied politicians of all stripes, prompted calls for intervention by the educational minister. Well, you can see how it turned out. The discussion and the dialogue does not mean that we turn down our identity for the sake of the vague and the incompetent for of political correctness, he told the Corriere della Sera. Italians, both religious and Christians, will never give up Christmas. Pretty much, technically, as the article goes on to say here, just think how ISIS is taking us for fools as they listen to us, said the head of the anti-immigrant party, using one of the acronyms for the Islamic State, Iraq, and Levite. Parents of all faiths were outraged at the outright ban of the school. And it goes on from there. You see, this is all political correctness again, and the Italians just said, F you, and had this guy resign. If all of Europe did something like this, every last politician would not even be in power. People need to get angry just like how these guys did. This is a textbook of how it's done. Just look at it. Okay, for the last article of the day here, it is an article written by Paul Joseph Watson. The article is titled Saudi Arabia Complains About Hostility Towards Refugees While Taking Zero Refugees. Kingdom Decries Racist Speech Directed at Muslim Immigrants. How about you take a couple of these maggots, you pack of crap. Saudi Arabia has complained to the United Nations about hostility being towards Muslim refugees being accepted in immense by European countries, while the Saudi king itself has not taken precisely zero refugees. The Kingdom of Saudi Arabia today expressed deep concern about the increasing hostility, racist and inhumane rhetoric against refugees in general, and Muslim refugees in particular, states the message, which is directed at the UN General Assembly. The text goes on to decry racist speech decreed at the immigrants, while also exerting that fear from the risk of terrorism attacks may not be allowed. However, the message makes no promise on behalf of the Saudi king to take any of the burden accepting refugees, stating only the kingdom will provide appropriate financial support and provide support to countries receiving refugees. In other words, they're not going to do a damn thing. That's what they're saying. The Saudis claim that they have taken 2.5 million refugees, although this is vehemently disrupted by likes of Amnesty International, who asserted that none of the Gulf states, Kuwait, Oman, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, Bahrain, and the United Arab Emirates, have not taken a single refugee at all. Thus, the Gulf states have accepted zero refugees registered with the United Nations and administrated though the United Nations Resettlement Program. They have accepted zero. Jeffrey Mock, the Syrian country coordinator for AIUSA, told the Data Caller recently. You see, they want a caliphate in every country they have, and they know it too. They know what they're doing. They already know that basically their time is now, and basically we're not gonna have it. I mean, I watched a video clearly breaking down what Merkel and the rest of these criminals are gonna do. They're gonna be terror attacks, and they're gonna take everybody's freedoms, and Saudi Arabia gets left alone. Well, that's all the articles I have for you today. If you'd like to read more about these articles, please go to the links below, or go to Infowars.com or PrisonFan.com. There you can find hundreds of articles just like this I have read for you today. This is the Infowars News. I'm Infowars live from Film Region number 3. Please like, subscribe, and donate. Bye-bye.